Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a first impressions video on a new product in Sephora, and that is the Marc Jacobs Concealer and Touch Up Stick. It looks like this right here. Well, this is the outside packaging, but I'm about to open it so you can see what it really looks like. But I was really intrigued because it looks like this. Okay, here we go, this. But I was really intrigued because I have been really into a very natural makeup where recently, especially for everyday, so this is my natural skin. I don't have any foundation, tinted moisturizer, nothing on the skin. This is just my skin. The only thing I have on right now is brows and lashes, as you can see. I will have both linked down below because you guys may want to know what lashes I'm wearing or etc. So, lately for every day, I've been more into like just kind of concealing certain little areas if I do anything really major. But obviously when I go out, I like to do like a full beat face. But I feel like moving into spring and summers when you really kind of just want to do less because it's so hot. And if you're oily like me, you know when you get sweaty, it's just a nasty hot situation. So it's really nice to find alternatives that can still make you look like you have a full beat. So I was really intrigued to test this out because I feel like this is something that could have a lot of potential. Now this was $32 at Sephora, which I don't think is too bad because if you think about it, a lot of concealers range between like 25 to 30 something dollars. So I think it's pretty standard, and also it's Marc Jacobs, so you kind of have to pay for that luxury. But I did purchase this one in the shade medium 39, and what I'm going to be doing with this is I'm going to be applying it in areas where I feel like I need to cover up. So I definitely want to hit like my under eyes a little bit because I do have a little bit of darkness right down here. I also used some pink eyeshadow on this eye yesterday, so we kind of have a little bit of that tinted pink down there, if you can see a little bit of it. Like I mentioned, I don't have any foundation on my cheeks or anything. My rosacea last week, I had a big flare-up, which is why I didn't upload film and stuff for a few days, was because I was trying to handle that. But now it's back to normal. A lot of you guys have been asking about my rosacea, so I will definitely be giving an update soon. But I just want to get into this because I like to ramble on sometimes. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is start on this eye. Okay, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is just kind of put it right here. You can see it's like a stick. Then I'm going to be taking this Morphe sponge. So I'm really going in. Feels very lightweight, and you can see it did blend pretty nicely. We definitely got that in. I feel like you can see the difference already. Do you see? Concealed, not concealed. Do I want to go in with some setting powder? Probably, because I will regret it later. What I'm going to be using to set my under eye is taking this Patrick Star Matte Cosmetics powder, like this. We're not going to bake. We're just going to go ahead and set it with my brush. And we're going to kind of leave the powder right there so it can kind of absorb. And then I really quickly, while that goes ahead and sets, I'm going to go ahead and moisturize. I'm not going to lie, I completely forgot to moisturize before I applied right here. I'm going to be taking my Ultra Repair Barrier Cream by First Aid Beauty. I've mentioned this before. The reason I like it is because on days where I'm not wearing foundation, it's really nice for my skin to really protect it from those bad things out in the outside world. We don't know what type of air there's out there, so it's always good to have this. So I'm just going to be applying it everywhere. Like I mentioned, I accidentally got super happy about this concealer and forgot to moisturize. And also because I'm not wearing a full-blown foundation that's like matte or anything, and I have really oily skin, I like to go ahead and apply this one. This is the Your Good Skin, and this is the Anti-Shine Base Lotion, and you can find this at Walgreens. So I like to take that much, and then what I do is I kind of warm it up with my fingers, and I go ahead and apply it around my nose area. These little smile lines, because that's where I get oily. I have to say, I'm definitely seeing the difference between this that's concealed to this that isn't concealed. And the cool thing about this that I'm noticing as I'm watching it set into my skin is that it doesn't look heavy. It honestly looks like my natural skin right there. It also claims to be a good touch-up base, so in case you're on the go and some of your foundation rubbed off, it's a hot, humid day, and you need to go back and retouch, it's really good to just carry that with you in your purse. It literally looks like a lipstick shape. Carry that, take it out, and then touch up wherever you feel like you need to add a little bit more, especially because travel season's approaching. Everybody goes on tropical vacations during this time of year. You have spring break, you have summer break coming up, and you need things that are practical and easy. You don't want a full-blown foundation, but you still want the good coverage. So now I'm going to be taking it on this side. We're just going to do a little bit of touch-up. So you can see I have a little bit of redness right here. We have some right here. And maybe right here, like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend with the sponge. Do you see what I mean? It doesn't blend as easily as like a creamy doe foot applicator concealer. It still blends, but you definitely have to push it a little bit harder. Now, when I do swipe it onto my skin, it feels very creamy. It's not a thick consistency where you're like, okay, this is too thick for me. So there you go. Just a very light layer on the cheek can make a big difference for my redness that I have going on right here, which is definitely greatly appreciated. I don't want to cover all my redness because this is a more natural look. I'm definitely want some of it to peek through because I am going to go in with a little bit of blush. So I kind of want it to like go with the blush that I'm applying. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and do some on the nose. I have been getting rosacea on my nose, which is something that I always dreaded. It sucks, but it's part of life. It's not as intense right now, thank goodness, but sometimes it is a little bit more intense, but you just got to embrace it. Okay, so we put some on our nose just to kind of give it a light layer. Now this touch-up stick isn't going to give you extreme full coverage. As you can see, you can still see some of that redness peeking through here. You can still see some of the redness on my nose. I have to say it covered my under eye very well from like the darkness and the pink shadow leftover that was there, but it's still a very natural glow. So now we're going to move on to this side, but before we move on to that side, I want you guys to see the difference between each side. So this is with the Marc Jacobs concealer touch-up stick, and you can see that it just looks a little bit more polished up. It can look similar to some of you guys because I understand that my skin right now is pretty evened out and looks pretty nice, but I can see the difference. The redness is definitely more calm on this side. I'm able to cover up those things that I wanted to cover up without feeling like, oh my God, this is too full coverage. I think it's great coverage for every day. So let's go ahead and start on this side. So I'm just taking the product. I'm gonna see if I can try to build this up to be more full coverage than what we did on this side, just to see if it can build up. Yeah, so if you add more product, you can definitely get it to look a little bit more full coverage in case you have more things that you want to cover up. This will definitely work in your favor because this side looks a little bit more full coverage than this side because we went in with a little bit more product because I wanted to see the difference. And then we're just kind of drag it down a little bit so that it can go into the cheek area where we do have the redness. I'm just gonna dust it right here. And I'm dusting this powder away. I completely forgot I had powder there. We went in with less coverage and you can still see some of the imperfections, but when you go in a little bit more of a heavy hand, you can definitely get it to look more full coverage, but still look very skin-like. That's what I'm appreciating about this, that I feel like it just looks like skin. It doesn't look like you like have so much heavy product on. I could have gone in with more here, but I wanted you guys to see the difference between going in with a lighter coat and a heavier coat and how it's able to build up and give you more fuller coverage in case you do have those things that you really want to cover a lot of. So that is a good thing. We do have a little bit of redness here, but I think I'm going to leave it because I am going to go in with a little bit of blush, and that's kind of where the blush starts. So we're just going to leave that there. But I do want to go in right here along the nose, and then right here where I have a little bit of redness. I think I may go back in the nose because I feel like the nose is, like the redness won't go away. And we're just making sure we're really getting in there. The only reason now I want to go with the forehead is because I feel like this kind of looks more covered, and then this kind of looks like there's nothing up there. So I'm going to take a little bit just in the areas where I feel like there's a little bit of perfection. We literally took the lightest amount of product up there. So this is what the concealer stick looks like with a full face of product. As you can see, it looks very nice, still very natural, still something that I can definitely appreciate for everyday use, for the girl on the go. I just like the fact that they made this packaging so like carry-on friendly. Like you can literally throw this in your purse. People are gonna think this is a lipstick, and then you can be on the go, you see somewhere where you need to touch up, you go in, you quickly use your finger, you use a sponge. I'm sure that on the go probably be easier to use a finger than using a sponge, but you can just kind of dab it in. I do have to say the only thing that I'm noticing that I'm not the biggest fan of is that I feel like you have to kind of press in a little bit more, but once you do, it really looks nice. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the rest of my face, and then I'm gonna come back and give you guys my thoughts. I also wanna show you a little clip of this in natural lighting so you guys can see how this wears. But like I mentioned, this is in the shade medium 39, and I think that it's fitting me really great right now. Like I mentioned, I still am in that in-between shade between having like no color to wanting color. I don't really know how much color I'm gonna get this season because my rosacea does not do well with heat. But yeah, we'll see. But so far I really am liking how this looks. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish off, and then I'll be right back. So I am back. I completed my face and makeup. I put on some lipstick, some blush, highlight. I will have all the details listed down below in my description box so you guys can know that. The last thing we're gonna go ahead and do is use my favorite setting spray slash sunscreen protector. This is by Seriously Fab, the Zinc It Over, and this is just gonna protect me from those rays, and I like to just retouch consistently. I will have their link down below in case you guys want to check them out. Also, I will have their coupon code that they offer to you guys for 10% off, so you may want to check this out. This literally locks everything in, and it makes it stay on all day and looks super snatched. So I'm definitely a fan of this. I definitely see myself using this, just first impressions. I feel like the concept behind this is so good because I feel like the traditional concealer is awesome for like a full wear of makeup and just a full face of it. But I feel like when you're looking for something way more practical for the woman on the go, this is so much easier. Also for my moms out there who have a very busy schedule with their kids and just don't have time to do way too much makeup but want something that they can either do on the go or retouch through the day. I think this is something that they can definitely check out. Also, my college girls who have the busy schedules as well and are constantly staying up super late to get their studying done, their homework done. I understand the under eyes can get a little rough in the morning, so it's always good to have something quick and easy to go. This is definitely one of those items that it is a little bit of a splurge because it is $30, but I feel like if you're only going to be using this and you're not going to be using anything else, I would really recommend this one because I haven't seen anything like this at the drugstore at least, but I also haven't seen anything this innovative at like Sephora personally as of recently, and I just feel like this packaging makes it so much more travel friendly that I'm just like, yes. So I will have all the details listed down below of this product in the description box so you guys can go ahead and check that out. Today's video was just a first impressions. You guys will probably see me talk about this product further along the line, maybe in a favorites video, but I really am enjoying this, especially because like I mentioned, I've been so into very natural minimal makeup. I don't like to wear super duper heavy makeup on my day-to-day, especially now that my rosacea has calmed down a lot. I kind of like to just enhance what I already have and just really embrace my natural skin because when it gets warmer and when it gets hot, the last thing you want is really full coverage makeup. So this came out at a perfect time for me. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this first impressions video on this concealer touch-up stick by Marc Jacobs. If you guys want to see more first impression quick little videos, please let me know what you want to see next. I'll definitely focus more so on like concealers, palettes, and stuff like that for these type of first impressions. For foundations, I'm going to keep doing my full day wear test because I feel like those need a little bit of extra time to really develop thoughts. But I feel like for these products, it's fun to just do a quick little first impressions where you guys can really see how it works and everything. So yeah, and don't forget to leave your thoughts down below on this new concealer. Also, don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed watching it. Lets me know to continue doing these types of videos. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. I would love for you to become a member of family here on YouTube. We're getting so close to 30,000 subscribers. Like, I can't even, like, it's mind-blowing. We are moving up in this world, guys. So I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye, guys.